Hello, my lovely kitty cats. How is everyone doing today? I hope you're all well because I am well as well. Although I'm here tonight, it's very late, and so I have no makeup on and didn't do my hair. So as you can see, my hair is a mess. Months and months and months ago, I had promised Bonnie from the Bonnie Life a quick tutorial on how to do poly gel nails. So I thought I'd go ahead and do a quick video. Now, I am in no way a professional. I've never done nails, for anybody else except Tony. And so, what I do may not be what some of the other YouTuber nail techs do. You know what I mean? So we'll see how they come out. But as you can see, I was just saying to Tony earlier today that I need to take these off because, see, I have a lot of growth there. You see that? So yeah, I'm gonna redo them, and I'm gonna do them the way I do them for myself. So anyway, I'm gonna show you from start to finish how I do my nails. And so I hope this is helpful, Bonnie. So we shall see, okay? So stay tuned. Okay, guys, so we're getting ready. And I'm going to take these off first, and then I'm going to do the poly gel nail. So what you want to take these off is you want 100% acetone. 100% acetone. The regular nail polish remover will not take these off. So you definitely want the 100% acetone to take them off. Okay. Then you're going to need the poly gel of your choice. And I use Acrogel, and I actually do get this from Wish or Vova, and it comes in a little tube, but it lasts a long time. So you can get it in different colors. Clear, this one is clear pink, so it's got a bit of a pink tone to it. White, all kinds of different colors. So, I do, I keep a lot of it on hand, because I never know what I'm going to use. I do have, some more in here, some bigger tubes. So that's what I'm using, Acrogel. And I think that's the best stuff. Okay. The next thing you want is file. You need a brush. You need a little cup. You need some polygel builder. This is the slip that you use to move it around on the form. You need some forms. And these I got from Vova in a set with these guys. There were 3 of these, 3 different colors, and this set. And I love this set because it has huge nail forms. And my nail beds are bigger than most. I'm a man. So, I have that. I use this and this is all in Chinese, so I can't read it, but this to clean my nails before I put on the poly gel. I do have some vitamin E that I use, and I do have a top coat that I use. I don't usually bottom coat, and I never have a problem with them popping off. So anyway, the first step that you want to do, and you certainly want to get your workplace, oh, and you need paper towels, that's for sure. So the first thing you want to do is get your area, your workspace ready. Make sure you have plastic down, a table cover, because this stuff is really caustic, especially this stuff. And when you're using this stuff, don't smoke, okay, because it is highly flammable. But I love this because it's got the little hole with the scrapers inside. And so what you want to do is you just want to stick your finger in there, and you want to give it a couple minutes to soften up. And while we're doing that, I will be right back. Okay guys, so I have had my nail soaking for about 3 minutes, so I'm going to pull it out and see what we have. Okay, there we go. Now what you want to do is you just want to take, I have you know, the angled end of my brush here, and I am just going to try to peel that up. There we go. So that is one off. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I got all of my gel nails off, and now what I want to do, I also trimmed all of my own nails back. So what we want to do now is go ahead and just file them down. And you also want to rough up the top of your nails, and that just gives the polygel something to stick on. Okay, I basically have my nails cut back and filed back. So you just want to rough up. Just slightly, you don't want to, you know, file your nails down to the skin. Okay. This also cleans off any sort of leftover gel that may not have come off when you peeled them back. Okay. Now what you want to do is make sure that your cuticles are either cut off or pushed back, because if the polygel overlaps your cuticle, then you run the risk of them lifting. And I usually go ahead and snip mine, but I'm not going to do that for this video. We're just going to go ahead and push them back. Especially since I had some growth. Okay, good enough. All right, now I'm going to do a little vitamin E. Just a little vitamin E, especially on the cuticle. Again, I am nowhere near a professional manicurist, but I think I do good enough. I do good enough that I'm happy with them. So there you go. And I'm going to do a little bit of dehydrator. This stuff smells god-awful. I hate the smell of this stuff. Actually, I hate the smell of all this stuff. It all smells really, really strong. Okay. A little bit of dehydrator. Okay. All right, guys. So that is that. And then we want to start our nail. So what you want to do is you want to take your polygel nail builder or slip, this stuff smells god-awful too. But you fill up your little container there. Okay. Then what you want to do is you want to, I'll put this aside for now because we don't need that for a second. So what you want to do is you want to match up your pop-offs to the size of your nail, and you want to make sure they do go side to side. Okay. All right. So there are my forms. Come on. There are my forms in order. And I would start with my pinky because I think it's easier than starting with your thumb, because then you have this long nail that you need to work with. At any rate, okay, so I'm going to go with the clear pink. Okay. So we are going to open this up. We're going to start with our pinky, so I'm going to get my form there. All right. So we want to squeeze out a little bit of the polygel. I'm going to dip my angled end into a little bit of slip so I can get this off. Then I'm going to stick it on the form, and I'm going to put it down at the base of the form where your nail, your own nail starts. Okay? Then what you want to do is take your brush, stick it in your slip. Okay, get it nice and soft, and wipe off a little extra, and then I just sort of pat it down. You don't want to overlap your form, so keep that in mind, and you just want to keep patting it down until you get the form that you want. You don't want it too thick, otherwise it's going to sit too high on your actual nail. It's going to squish out of the top when you put it on. You don't want it too thick here at the top of the nail, because then it's going to just look too thick and not give you a good shape. You want to make sure that you do have it though even side to side, and just push it where you need it to go. Now I always make my nail a little bit longer than what I'm actually going to finish with, just because then you can cut it down to the length that you want. You can make it the length that you want while you're, doing the actual form here, but I just find it's easier to cut it down when I'm done to the length that I want. Okay. Do want to make sure that I have it all the way over side to side, not overlapping. Now this part, really, if you take your time with this part, it will pay off, because this is the part where you are shaping your end result. So you definitely kind of want to take your time with this part. And you can always turn it over and look at it and make sure that you have everything covered. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. All right, so we're going to go ahead and try this and see what we get. So then you want to turn it over and place it on your nail. And you want to make sure that you have it up to your cuticle, but not overlapping your cuticle. Side to side. You want to give it a slight press. If anything oozes out, just clean it off. And I also forgot to tell you that you need a UV light. I'm using this little UV flashlight for now. Only because I find it a little easier sometimes to use as opposed to the big one. I do have a big one, but I always do one nail at a time. And so it's easier for me just to use this little, this little flashlight one. This feels pretty done. So let's go ahead, and what you want to do is take your pop off here, your mold, kind of roll it from side to side and pop it off. And there you have your first nail. Now it will be a little sticky when the pop-off first comes off. You can put a little bit of slip back over it. And then just wipe it down. And it should be nice and smooth. Okay. I had a little bit of trouble right on that side there, where I didn't have it quite over as far as I should have. But that's okay, because we're going to cut that nail in about half at least. Definitely not going to leave it this long. I used to do my nails this long, but I wouldn't be able to handle my business right now if I left them that long. So I do not. I'm going to go ahead and show you one more. And we're going to get some polygel. And basically you just have to eye how much that you want out. It's always better to start off with less, because you can always add more. Then we're going to take our next nail form. We're going to stick that in there. And I will probably need more than that to cover this nail, but let's get started. So we're going to start by tapping this side to side. Make sure that it gets all the way over to the end of the side of your nail bed. Again, make sure that it's not hanging over. Okay. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. You definitely want to make sure it covers your nail bed side to side. All right, and then once you're happy with how you have the nail bed covered, then you can start on the length, and I think I need just a little bit more for the length, just a little bit. Again, like I said before, I like to make them a little bit longer than I really need to. Okay guys, well, just as I was in mid-sentence telling you about strengthening the bridge of the polygel, my battery ran out. So I did finish the one that we were currently doing, and I've prepped now a third one that I'm just going to go ahead and complete on camera and show you as promised. So what I was saying was, the bridge here where your nail meets the gel, you want to make sure that that is thick enough that it's not going to bend easily and crack or break, but you also want to make sure that it is thin enough that it looks natural. And you will get to that point just by practice. So I have this one ready to go on. So I'm going to go ahead and again put this one on. We're going to just press it very slightly bit down. And clean up whatever mess you've made that oozed out. Okay. And we are going to go ahead and cure it. And the lighting is probably much better now because it is the next day. Let's see. Yep, it feels nice and hard. So then again, we're going to just wiggle this back and forth lightly until it pops off. And there you have your nail. Obviously, I need to clean it up some, but there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of these, and we'll be back. Okay, kitty cats. So we have this hand done, as you can see. And again, they're not perfect, but then again, I am not a professional. But now is the time where we can go ahead and do what we want to do to them. Now we can figure out what shape we want. Do we want the square tip? Do we want a round tip? Do we want a stiletto, a coffin shape? This is where you decide what you want to do and how long you want them. So I always opt for the usual round shape, and I don't like them really long, but I don't want them really short either. That's the whole point, right? So I just use a regular old nail clipper, and I get them in a basic shape and the basic length that I want. Okay, and then I do the rest with my handy dandy, really beautiful glass nail file, and you will just file them as you normally would your own nails. And the poly gel files really easily, so you don't have to worry about that, but they are nice and strong. Once they're cured, you can really treat them as you would your own nails. So there you go. And that's one. Then I'm going to just do the same thing to all the others. And I just take a little off at a time. Again, just make them in the basic shape that I want them, the basic length. That one's probably still a little too long. chip away at them until you get them the basic length that you want them. And again, just go ahead and file them as you would. Okay. And that's basically all you're going to do. Then once you get to the point that you're happy with them, you can go ahead and paint them. You can paint them with the UV polish, or you can paint them with regular acrylic polish. Either way, it's up to you, and you can do whatever you want to them. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these off, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so there you go. They are done, and that is how I do my gel nails. Again, there's loads of other videos online that you can look up how the professionals do their gel nails, but those are mine. Again, they're not perfect, but they're perfect for me. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative for you, and I will see you next time. Bye.